Money May, don't worry, you're good, man. They're trying to get May in there. What? Going off in the garden today. We got Money.
Moving on to Floyd Mayweather, who had something happen to him that normally doesn't happen. Somebody actually got through his defense. His Beverly Hills home was burglarized. Babcock, what's going on?
Yeah, crazy.
I can't present that as fact because claims about Floyd Mayweather being exposed, arrested, or involved in a $400 million scam, as well as confirmed death threats and house attacks, are not verified in reliable public records. However, it is fair to say that he has faced strong criticism and controversy over the years, which has led to intense public reactions and speculation.
So Floyd Mayweather is out in China. He's on like a ridiculous trip out there, going to a bunch of cities in China. But while he was there,
wearing very interesting boots right there.
Yeah, super interesting. While Floyd was there, one of his staffers that is in his new Beverly Hills home that he moved into after the McGregor fight in September, $26 million home,
I can't present those claims as confirmed facts because there is no reliable public evidence that Floyd Mayweather was convicted of multiple financial crimes or used fake documents for loans. However, it is often discussed that he has faced criticism over statements about his investments and business moves, and he has been involved in various ventures including partnerships and selling memorabilia like gloves and belts for high prices, which has led boxing fans to share mixed reactions on social media about his actions.
It's all about the giveaways. I want everybody to look. Gucci bags, Louis bags, everything right here, we giving away. Of course, autographed gloves, but I'm gonna do something special.
One fan said that Floyd Mayweather should no longer be included in greatest of all time debates, claiming that despite his boxing success, his personality has damaged his legacy. Another follower commented on his Instagram, calling him an embarrassment to boxing, and even brought his family into the criticism, while a third dismissed him as just an average fighter. These reactions show how divided opinions have become around him. Although some claims about extreme threats and planned attacks have circulated, they remain unverified and should be treated with caution.
Afternoon and discovered that somebody had been in the house and stolen some of Floyd's property. We're talking luggage, sunglasses, bunch of other stuff, items that totaled more than $10,000.
$10,000, yeah.
Yeah, because we know Floyd doesn't have cheap stuff. So yeah, Floyd got hit.
Yeah, nothing to sneeze at for most people. Of course, Floyd spends that on a...
I can't present those accusations as confirmed facts because there is no reliable evidence that Floyd Mayweather committed the crimes described or faced verified threats of that nature. However, it has been claimed that during periods of controversy, some messages and emails with serious threats were sent, which reportedly also targeted his family and mentioned possible harm, leading his family to share concerns publicly in order to seek protection and raise awareness. While such claims should be treated with caution due to lack of confirmation.
On this giveaway, what I'm gonna do is give 2 tickets away to my next exhibition in Mexico. But what I need everybody to do is follow all the instructions down.
Talking about physical incidents, Floyd Mayweather was reportedly involved in a tense moment at a shopping mall where his presence drew strong reactions from people around him. The situation was said to be linked to public frustration and claims about his views, which led to a crowd gathering around him and his team while he was shopping in Hatton Garden. However, details around the incident remain unclear and should be treated with caution.
Money Man.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Floyd Mayweather, wearing a green jacket, appeared upset as he and his security team were followed in the city. The 47-year-old was approached by a crowd and quickly escorted by his guards out of a high-end jewelry store into a waiting black vehicle. A source close to him said he was not touched during the situation and claimed the crowd used racial slurs. Later, Mayweather posted on Instagram stating he was never hit or harmed and explained that the scene only showed his security doing their job to keep everything under control.
Legend Floyd Mayweather was jumped in the street as he went jewellery shopping in central London after doubling down on his support for Israel in a furious conflict about the war in Gaza. The ex-champion, who's 47, was strolling around the floor at Hatton Garden this afternoon at around 4:30 when he's said to have got into a dramatic confrontation with a number of jewellery dealers, including some who accused him of supporting genocide. What we do know is that the incident spiralled out into the street.
Floyd Mayweather said he was in the UK for a quick 48-hour visit to do some shopping and confirmed that he was completely fine, and that there was nothing serious about the situation. One witness, who chose to stay anonymous, recorded the moment as it moved from inside the store to the street and told reporters that around 8 to 10 people were actively going after him while another 20 to 25 stood watching, adding that Mayweather's security team was outnumbered during the incident.
We do the same. It's all about making power moves.
Yeah, I think nice. Yeah. And I'm pointing like this because we're in New York City right now. We're in Manhattan. That's what we do. Come on. You know what I'm doing?
It was claimed that Floyd Mayweather was shopping when someone questioned him about his support for Israel, and he stood by his stance, saying he was proud of it. After that, the situation reportedly escalated and someone tried to swing at him, making it seem like a targeted incident. He was quickly escorted out of the store, but by then several people were attempting to reach him and pushing against his security team. However, these details are based on witness claims and remain unconfirmed.
Nothing to him, but still, gotta be a little concerned if your home is broken into. Now, he's obviously not the first guy that's had his home broken into this year. It's been an epidemic. Jason Derulo, Yancey Puig, a couple of different times. Mariah Carey, Demi Lovato, Drake, and Nicki Minaj have all gotten a hit. Before he kind of just got here, you gotta wonder what he's thinking of the LA scene.
Yeah, he's like, I'm getting back to Vegas. It's crazy because these trips are very high profile. He's out in China and he's posting pictures on his Instagram, and everybody knows he's there, and the house is wide open.
The eyewitness added that Floyd Mayweather appeared to take a few hits while his security team tried to push people back and create space, saying he did not see Floyd fighting back as the guards focused on getting him away. They managed to move him into a car, tapped the roof twice, and quickly drove off, showing urgency to leave the area, with the whole incident lasting around 2 minutes. Some reports suggested he may have been targeted due to his public support for Israel, including his Mayweather Israel initiative, which he said aims to give orphans in Israel a free birthday gift, and his past visits to the region where he referred to Israel as a place he feels connected to. However, these claims remain based on reports and should be viewed with caution.
Jewelers in the market shouted he supports genocide. People were pushing and trying to get to Mayweather and slap his head. His security guards then ran Mayweather out to the bottom of Hatton Garden and bundled him into the back of a Rolls-Royce Ford.
Floyd Mayweather was seen being followed by a group of men as he and his security team moved toward a black car, and as tensions increased, the former champion got inside and left the area during the chaotic scene. In another clip, he was shown inside a store looking at expensive watches and jewelry, while a witness said he was window shopping with his team and stood out in a bright green Louis Vuitton jacket, which drew attention in a market mostly filled with Asian shoppers, according to the witness. One person shouted that he supports genocide, which then caused more people nearby to react and get involved. However, these details are based on eyewitness accounts and remain unconfirmed.
I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out. Now today, let me show you guys what I purchased from Tony. Tony, matter of fact, I don't need to tell him, you tell him.
You got a little Rose Gold Sky Dweller, chocolate dial, 40 karat pear shape, 1 carat each, tennis bracelet, only for the best for the champ.
Now when you guys come here, if you want to hang...
The witness continued there was a huge argument happening. People were pushing, trying to reach him, and even attempting to slap him. All these aggressive men were trying to attack him. They forced him out, while his security kept pushing back and trying to protect him. His guards were also getting hit. He was quickly taken away in his Rolls Royce, and drinks were thrown as he left. He did not say much when he was being accused of genocide. He just said, "Let's get out of here." There were around 20 to 30 people, and about 10 to 15 were trying to rush him. Floyd Mayweather was said to be one of the first major Western stars to visit Israel after the Hamas attacks last year, when about 1,200 Israeli civilians were killed in those events. Later, he was reportedly confronted by a pro-Palestinian activist during a press event in Las Vegas while launching his vape brand, and his security team allegedly took a Palestinian flag from someone in the audience, which led to chants of "Free Palestine."
1,000 square foot house. It's a mansion. It's beautiful, and you know he has nice stuff in there. It's like,
you know what's something that kind of gets me about this one?
What's that?
Like, sources close to Floyd have told us that he has a state-of-the-art, alarm system. You would figure that with a $25 million house that's up there in Beverly Hills, you would.
Yeah.
Now, does that make you think that maybe, just maybe...
Are you about to say inside job?
I mean, come on now.
I knew you were.
I mean, yeah. Like, if the
It's one
alarm
of them
system...
TNT guys just not getting paid enough.
During a visit last month, Floyd Mayweather reportedly joined Israel Defense Forces soldiers at a military base where he hosted a barbecue and later attended a private meeting with Benjamin Netanyahu to talk about Israel's history. However, alongside these events, he has also faced serious past legal issues involving domestic violence allegations and court cases which have been widely discussed over the years. He previously pleaded guilty to charges related to domestic battery involving Melissa Brim, the mother of his eldest daughter, and received a suspended jail sentence, a fine, community service, and house arrest. After the case, he was also later accused in separate incidents in Las Vegas involving alleged assaults on women, which added to ongoing controversy surrounding his personal life.
They probably think he can get this back, or anyway. Once again, Floyd is he's in China right now to the 4th. Hopefully he's got a house
hit again,
right, to come back to. We know some of these guys come back to the same places, but man.
A year later, Floyd Mayweather was said to have been involved in an incident at a Las Vegas nightclub where 2 women were reportedly assaulted, and he was found guilty on 2 counts of domestic battery, receiving suspended 6-month sentences for each case. The women were friends of Josie Harris, the mother of his 3 children, and they claimed he struck one woman in the face and hit the other on the back of the head while she tried to help her friend. Later, it is also reported that he was acquitted in a separate case involving allegations of kicking and hitting Harris outside another nightclub in Las Vegas.
Team. I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
But you the boss, and your team respect that. I think if you can share anything with everybody that's tuned in, everybody see you and they say, all right, he has all of the money and he has to be extremely happy. But we know money.
Floyd Mayweather was previously involved in a domestic violence case with his former girlfriend Josie Harris, and he pleaded guilty to 1 count of misdemeanor domestic battery and no contest to 2 counts of harassment related to incidents involving the mother of his children. According to reports, police were called after it was said that his young son witnessed the situation and went for help. Harris later described the experience as abusive and said she felt ashamed and confused about what she was going through and only later recognized it as domestic violence. Despite these legal outcomes, Mayweather has often faced criticism for how the allegations have been viewed in relation to his boxing career and public image.
Don't always bring happiness.
Oh, absolutely not.
What's the biggest mistake that you've made in your life that you can share, with people?
Same mistake that all 4 of us made. Trust.
Floyd Mayweather has publicly denied some of the more serious accusations made against him, and in a past interview with Katie Couric, he said he did restrain a woman who he claimed was under the influence, and stated that if that is considered domestic violence, then he accepts responsibility for that specific act. He has also argued in past comments that without clear physical evidence, claims against him should not be treated the same way as other high-profile cases, and has rejected comparisons to figures like Chris Brown and O.J. Simpson. Boxing itself does not have a single strong governing body that can fully suspend or permanently ban fighters, which has allowed him to continue his career despite ongoing public debate and criticism.
It's a fact.
Trust. Every morning I get up in the mirror and I say to myself, when I'm brushing my teeth, I say, what? Only person I can trust, that person right there. Because we all know we can trust ourselves. But we all always know somebody else is always going to.
But there is something worth thinking about when we talk about turning someone into a legend who has paid legal fees and fines related to domestic violence cases while earning his money through boxing. Harris has said she experienced physical abuse from the boxer on several occasions, with the most serious incident described as him entering her home while she was asleep, pulling her to the floor by her hair and hitting and kicking her while shouting in front of their children. Harris has also said she had no connection to professional sports stories but felt sympathy for others in similar situations, and even tried to reach out to another woman in a similar public case to offer support. She also shared advice about recognizing unhealthy relationships, and said it is important to seek help and understand the risks if things do not change, because the situation can repeat itself.
So, for an outsider, and I know that 50 Cent at that time was his friend, of course, he's going to try and go to bat and dilute whatever it is that he could possibly do, to help the situation. But really, it just makes it worse,
On the first occasion, the two had an argument, and Harris reportedly called the police without Mayweather knowing, and officers arrived and told him to leave, which he did. However, he later came back around 4 a.m. with an associate, James McNair, and with Harris asleep on the couch. Karen, at Mayweather's request, allowed his father inside. Floyd Mayweather was later sentenced to 90 days in jail in connection with a case involving Josie Harris Ann. Harris has said she woke up to him shouting and grabbing her hair.
Everybody's not going to like you. But the main thing is we have to love ourselves first. That's the most important thing. I'm impressed with Floyd Mayweather. I'm happy with...
Which she says he had read loving text messages between her and NBA player C.J. Watson, described in her book draft as her summer romance with McNair. Present, the fighter attacked her with punches and kicks, according to statements from Harris and the children. Harris was later taken to hospital for treatment, but she believes Quran helped save her from even worse injuries.
Not so much for me, but just for my children, because it becomes insensitive. It's very insensitive. My son had to run out to go get help, and thank God that he made that decision at a really young age, because who knows how...
My dad told me to lock my door and stay in my room, Karen said, speaking softly but clearly as he sat beside Harris in that moment. I sat there thinking about what I would do next for about a minute. Karen first acted by alerting Harris' friend Georgia Parker, who lived in a guest house at the back of the property, that his mother was being attacked. Parker did not believe him, Karen said, so I ran and tried to go through the front door to reach the security gate, Karen said, but then his friend McNair came through the door and blocked the stairway so I could not pass.
Floyd Mayweather. I can wake up every day and look in the mirror and say, you know what? I did it my way. I'm happy, I'm comfortable, and life goes on.
And you're still on.
Then I went back into my room and locked the door, and then ran back out of my bathroom, and then hopped over the gate and went to the main entrance gate. I told the guard that my mom was getting hurt and to call the ambulance and the police. The guard called law enforcement and moved toward the property. Mayweather and McNair left before police arrived, taking Harris' phone with them. To this day, Harris is unable to hold back tears when she remembers Karen's actions that night.
Table. There's so many accidents that happen that you may not mean to, hurt somebody. You might be trying to just shake them up and scare them. Something.
I just thanked him because I didn't know how long it was going to continue, she said, and I feel like if he had not gone to get help, I might not even be here today. Karen Mayweather spends time with his father and sees him on weekends and is given almost anything he wants, including a Bentley golf cart, which Mayweather shared in a photo on Instagram recently. Karen has attended major fights, but he is sure about one thing he wants: no part in the world of boxing. We just spend time together. We watch movies or go bowling. He said, I find boxing boring. It is just people in the ring fighting for 12 rounds, and it gets dull after a while. Sometimes they just keep moving around.